Well, good evening, y'all. Let's restart the stream because I didn't know if anybody got the link to it in the last one. So we will discuss a little bit about etymology, the words maybe virus, disease, and maybe we'll get into influenza or influence. And we'll talk about general health and how language and the metaphysics works. Language and mind, your thoughts produce your bodily health. So this will be kind of a spin-off of yesterday virus. Maybe we'll talk about what a virus actually is. And yeah, we'll get into some other things. And so anybody that's new here, because you will probably be in the future, this works. This is the way it works. It takes about 5 minutes before people show up, and then I will start talking. So feel free to fast forward to about 5 minutes. Until then, I will sit here and babble on about nothing, or see who shows up and chit chat with them. And I will also sip on this makeshift. I don't know, what is it? Like a Long Island iced tea. It's actually iced tea and a little bit of whiskey and vodka and some Coca-Cola, which I usually don't drink. Not really into drinking Coca-Cola, but every once in a while, you know. How was your day? It was splendid here. Lots of sunshine. I did not get enough of it, but I did get out a little bit. Fresh air, sunshine. Two of the seven. Fresh air and sunshine. Two of the seven doctors of the world. What's the other one? Movement. Number 3. Good relationships. That's number 4. And if you can name the other 3, I'll give you bonus points. Maybe here's what I'll do. I'll change this over to this fun capture here. It's a party. Are we have a party today, or are we gonna? How are we gonna do this? I love this one right here. This one's so much fun to me. So I might just leave it here for a little bit. And it gives it. This is not. I don't know what you call this. Not, I want something more whimsical. Whimsical is. That's not it. Do we have one? That's a little trippy, right? Bubbles is whimsical. Let's see. Well, I guess you'll just get this one. Wait, somebody said they liked this yesterday, but we'll move on to something else. A different tone on the screen. Is this a good tone for the talk? Or sepia? Ooh, this one's fun. Let's do sepia today. I like this. We'll do this. Are you all in agreement with that? So who are you 6 people? Do I know you? Pleasure to see you. Well, not for you. It's a pleasure for you to see me, I guess. Maybe not, I don't know. But I do hope you're having a splendid, spectacular, amazing, wonderful, treasure-filled day. What's a zigzag? How you doing, man? Your video was fucking awesome, man. It was a perfect time because a friend of mine asked me to briefly and succinctly explain what the coronavirus and all of this was, and got into some ideas, and I was like, and as soon as she asked me, I was like, all right. So we're driving, and I'm like, I explain it, but you know me, I'm verbose, and I over talk and over explain things, and I was like, just fucking. I mean, and this was like later in the day, and I was like, it took me like 30 minutes to say, but here, watch this shit. Yeah. So that was an excellent talk. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the word influenza. So here's your treat for the day. The word influenza comes from influence, and that's where like the influence of the mind and the viruses come from, right? And this was from a few pre-med students, and what they had said is that during school they had recalled that the teachers would teach them about viruses, and basically say that a virus is dead and it's not actually a living thing. And then they would just skip over and do like, so 1% of it was a virus is dead, it's not a living thing, blah, blah, blah. And they would go on to something else and just explain, how it gets into the cell and blah, 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 which is very much the word virus. Remember, the beginning is VI, so there's an interesting connection. I haven't analyzed it completely. VI is 6, has to do with like I think virus has something to do with kings, the 6 kings, the VI kings, and everything that every word vicarious, victory, the vicars, the I think there's something to do with virus there as well. And especially if we go a little deeper, the vicars, the victors, and the Vikings. So the kings, right, means crown. So if I say corona, right, I'm saying crown. So it's a crown virus, and a virus is 6. So the virus and the 6 king, I think there's a connection there somehow. I haven't completely. Would the word be elucidated that? I've not figured that one out because I didn't study that today, but I have been onto this. Feel free to check out this site. It's called Stolen History. I don't know if you've ever been on it. Stolenhistory.org. Org. Ogre. Stolenhistory.ogre. It's a treasure trove of magical things about everything that is from the mud floods to flat earth to name it, and it is all well researched, and it's a forum, and everybody on there is very, I would say, highly educated, well spoken, at least well written, and well researched, and it's a lot of really interesting things about history, and yeah, man, and I got a little bit of the information from that I'm going to speak about here from that site. And for me, that's a deep dive into things. Because if I'm gonna sit around and read something, it's that. It's like it's worth and it's bearable to read. It's like you can go to Reddit and find cool things, but then you have this off spin in Reddit that just turns into this kind of, I don't know. It's always a debate thing where on that forum, the dude that runs the site is basically like, there is no debating here really. Like, you keep debating to a minimum. You just come with the correct information or your opinions and ideas, and we go forward from there. And he doesn't let things get into like some sort of childish debate about shit, which is really cool. And so everybody has to keep their, like, if you can't type a complete sentence and make any coherence, you're basically like, nah, peace out, blocked. So very good website. Very good website. Yeah. So that's one site that I really dig on, and I found a lot of Tataria stuff. That's one of the major ones that is really condensed a lot of the history and made a lot of good sense of the timeline, and utilized many different, like, because it seems like everyone on the site is highly knowledgeable, like, at least like, to say someone, usually if you go through college you've been through the ringer system, but it's people that use college for the correct purposes of learning to be well researched, be well read, to learn how to analyze and collect data and consider things. And so people on there are kind of like that. And a lot of people that, like when I was saying earlier about the pre-med students, is like, people on the site are like, I used to be a doctor, I used to be and then I realized all the bullshit. And then they divulge like all of the nonsense within the industry. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool website, man. So welcome to Unite Other People. And as always, I do encourage you to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, only if you like what I'm saying, and if you're away from the computer and just listening, because it's the sound of my magical voice, so be it. and now that I've been talking to Ziggy for a second here, I've kind of lost track of everything I want to say. Yeah. Well, thank you for the thumb. Do you, by the way, do you have one of those thumbs? Do you have a hitchhiker's thumb? Or is yours one of those ones? Because you know the two different thumbs? You got hitchhiker's thumbs that curve. And a curving thumb has nothing to do with a curving genital. Although I think it should apply. You have the curved ones, both of them? Oh, my left one is super. My left one takes a sharp turn. You got that really curved. You got the really curved one. um, Orion Duvall. I have not read about the vegetable lamb of Tatari. I mean, I know about the tartar sauce coming from Tartary, but vegetable lamb. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you double jointed too? No way. Yo, no, okay. Before we get sidetracked into Ryan Duvall's question, I have to ask the exact everywhere or just fingers? Because I mean, lifting weights, that's gonna really that can cause a lot of fucking problems, right? Or is it just fingers and stuff? Because a couple of my toes are flexible fingers. Yeah, my fingers only my thumbs do this weird shit, but your thumbs should kind of bend that way a little bit. My toes though, my toes, like I have like three toes. Let's see, I'm gonna check right now. One, two, three. I got two that are very much on my left foot, and one that is very much on my right foot. So I got three in total on my feet that are just they bend at the last one like wow. But my finger no way. Yeah, my fingers. Yeah, they're that's where they are. Ooh, oh, you're double jointed back here. Oh, oh, was that injury? Is that injury related, or is that just because that's the way it was? Anybody comes here and is like, "What the fuck? I thought we were talking about etymology and stuff." Like, no, you guys can wait. There's plenty of. Go watch one of my other videos. You're born you're born like that. So yeah, Ryan Duvall. Let me know about that. What you're talking about there? I vegetable lamb of Tari. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, and in the intermin, I'll just get into the title of the show and etymology and how that affects the way you speak, the way you think. What you think is the way you speak, and what you speak is the way you think. It's as above, so below, as within, so without. It's external creates the internal, internal creates the external. That all of that. So you kind of find a way to study. If you find ways to give yourself the ability to think of things in a new way, which is power, and so that gives you if you are presented with an opportunity to use a word differently or use a different word, that is the command of the English language is very important because it allows for you to kind of those type of things as fillers, like those are great additives, little sprinkles. And when you're talking to somebody, depending on who you're talking to, using those, and if you listen to some of my videos, I'll always pause and take great care to never use those. There's some videos that I won't use any of those, but then there's other videos where I'll just speak to people like I would speak to you in public, or just as if you're my friend. That you get away with the likes, ums, and who knows, and the da 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 and stutters and all that shit. But when you start to look at language and where it came from, and it starts to have it holds a different place and a different value in your mind. And as soon as that occurs, you can start to make different connections. So if I can connect the word influence, I can start to realize that an influenza has nothing to do with an actual germ theory or a virus theory or kind of the way they prescribe to scribe something, to prescribe to you, the way that disease works in the body, because it tends to work through the mind first. Hold on a second. Come on, lay down. You're giving me the run around here. Sit down. She just wants to eat more. I don't know if you guys know I have a dog here, and she's harassing me right now. Can I see her? She's harassing me. That's you right there. That's you. I'll check her your nose. She gets jealous sometimes when I'm on here. Like she wasn't fucking with me until I got on here and I started talking, and she's like, I must bother him. So yeah, as soon as we okay, well, I'm gonna wrestle you right now. Do you want to wrestle right now? No. As soon as you're able to make different connections within language, we're beings that use speech and language as the spell casting device, and whether we say it or intone it, we're creating a vibrational matrix. And if we put a vibrational matrix inside of our head, which includes mantras, if we just go om, but we don't, that's external, right? So I'm speaking it. If I do that inside of my head, I'm creating a space that goes om, and that gives me a different representation than if I continually think the thought, which is a bunch of words. If I were to speak them, it would create a different energy inside of my head. If I thought today is the worst day ever, and I would imagine, and I would put a picture in my head, and that picture would create that starts to shape something. But as soon as we expand our language, we expand our boundaries of what we see out here, including in here. So like when you go to sleep, when you do a dark room meditation, when you close your eyes and you get into the other realm, the other dream worlds, just subconscious sometimes, you're able to expand beyond your normal capacities, your normal boundaries for what you think is possible. So that's the use of it. Now, what does that have to do with health? Everything. Disease is dis-ease, to have no ease. If you're confined to a small space, a small catalog, a small library of language, to vocabulary of 5,000 words, now wouldn't that be tiring? So always say the same words over and over again. But if I can say the same, it expands my parameters for inducing people into a reality, to expand theirs and also expand my own. And so that frees you up from dis-ease, because uneasiness normally comes from restriction. Like if you put yourself in yogic postures, that's what they said. They put you in that restriction, and you're stuck there. That becomes the thing that you have to kind of loosen out of and stretch out of, and you find flexibility to be the thing. And flexibility with language is the ability as well to rectify yourself from a diseased body. So if you have what they would call the flu, which is an influence, a flu is also to get rid of something. It's to take something in and to get rid of something. It's fluing like a chimney. Or if you understand what a virus is normally attributed to computers, right? And it's not a living system. And if you look into it, viruses are not a living system. So what is that? Is it a dead product? Is it a dead thing? Is it malicious? Or is it DNA that is not recoding itself properly within your cellular matrix? To create another version of self to be equal or better, but it starts to decay and degrade. So the disease of this is what metaphysics is. If my mind influences the physical environment, which it does, because if I say the right things, sesame, open sesame, right? Unlocking doors. And if I can continually expand things that I think, the things that I perceive, then there's more avenues, more gist of all of this stuff. All of the things, and that comes directly out of the way that you perceive language. And sometimes language is silence. You sent me a video over on the Instagrams. Cool, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go refill this real quick. I'll be right back. Oh yes. I'll be there momentarily. Figure out how to put that. Where did I put that? Oh, there it is. Look at me. Look at me not remembering what it is. All right, we back. All right, so you still here, Ziggy's? What's up, Arnotts? Multiple languages, yeah. Arnott says when you have multiple languages, I love the French language, and when thinking in that language with the smaller vocabulary, I have there. That's like learning a new subject, right? So if you don't know anything about it, you have to look. Right? It's the difference between, um, being the student and the teacher, right? If you don't know how to do something, if you don't know how to knit, you start to learn how to do it. That's a whole. You have to pay attention. You have to, yes. Where as you grow and become a bigger tree, it's less about being curious about things and more developing fruit, right? So as a small plant, you're looking for sunshine and water, and a tiny little plant not going to produce any fruit. Then all of a sudden becomes this tree, and that tree is rooted into language. And so whenever you learn a new language or learn something new, yeah, there's a childlike aspect to it, certainly. And that's a good way to be. And it's not just with languages, with anything. Some people are polyglots, right? Um, Very much interested in the study of other languages. I like the study of English because it contains all of them, and there's a certain sort of comfort in it. There's other things that I like to learn. I like to learn, I like to speak in different dialects. I think it's fun, and I like to learn bits and pieces of other languages. But I can't. I don't want to do a deep dive into one language and be like learn French. It just doesn't sit with me. But there are certain things with you know, like learning to juggle or playing a sport or doing something that interests me. Yeah, connecting the yeah. When you're polyglot, you can make connections that other people cannot make. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, and that's when you know a lot of languages too. There's always that because you're coming from their own place. They know one dialectic. They barely know one language. You know what I mean? So you got like not only English, then you got two others that are secondary. So that's like that's equivalent to living and having lived in different cities, right? So if you've lived in one city your entire life, you could learn three languages. That's equivalent to living in three different countries, right? But equivalently, if you just knew one language but moved to a bunch of different places, you're taking on that culture, that style, that energy. Yeah, I enjoy when you speak Spanish, man. It's so funny because it's like that's another level. That's a depth. See, it's like a depth to what your knowledge is. It's like when Santos Bonacci was explaining, he explains, he's like, he does his presentations in a couple different languages, right? And he's like, it still looks up. He's like, I can see our language, and even these languages, and he knows them. He's like, it still works astrologically and with the words in different languages. Where somebody be like, somebody that just speaks English, I remember he used to do presentations in English, and people like, oh, that's not going to work in Spanish or French. And he's like, actually, I could speak Spanish and it does work, and I'll show you. Yeah, I wish growing up, that's my one wish, right? Growing up, I would have known to take a language that would have been useful, but I didn't care about English growing up. I didn't want to take any English classes. I didn't take Spanish. I took French only because I had to. I would have taken Spanish, having thought ahead, going, um, it'd be useful here because how many languages do people speak in the U.S. Really? It's Spanish and English for the most part, right? I mean, isn't that? I mean, you could probably look it up. It's probably like everybody here, 100% of people speak English, and then what percentage speak Spanish? What not many speak? I don't know. Who fucking speaks French here? I don't live in Canada. And then you got Meaty. Come on, now you're just being a dick. My dog's being a dick right now. Yeah, yeah, the romantic languages, right? Spanish, Italian, it's all Latin derived. Oh, English is secondary. Ah, interesting. Yeah, okay, yeah, because then you got like the way that you explain something. That there's a the subject, noun, proverb, all of that, how that works, and then trying to make sense of a story. To tell a story in say using Chinese symbols, you're getting a how to explain this. If you go to China, the streets are not named like in America, in the U.S., whatever. So we have street names, and in certain countries, and I think it's China or Japan. I could be wrong here. They name the block, not the streets. So you look at it in a completely different way. They tell you the location of the block versus the streets that are, and so that changes the way that you perceive something. In the same way that they're writing, you perceive the imagery of something. So everybody gets the same picture and the same story, but the language isn't as direct. Like there's a direct to the way English is spoken, whatever. There's a directness to it. Where other languages are a little more round and curvy, and you can take a story and make of it a little you can image it a little differently because they're using pictographs and their language a little more free flowing. Where coding uses English, although English can be very very poetic and very um, silly sounding, slurping, all of the alliteration, poetic, and all of that. Yeah, Dutch does seem a little more demanding in language. You have like a German language is very, very much engineering, so it's very direct, like German, and then English is this hodgepodge mix of all the languages, so it gives capacity for certain, like it gives a luxury to speak in a fluid circular form where other languages are just always like that, and some languages are like dun, 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 and this is the rhythm, the pattern, and this is where we got to get this done. And you get that from English too, but you just get both hemispheres. So hopefully earlier though, I summarized everything about the mentality and health and everything. I just want to make sure I covered that. Welcome to whoever just showed up. Deutsch. Yeah, Arnett, yeah, I mean that's manifesting etheric beings. Well, that's called the you got, I did a whole video on that kind of magic, and funny enough, I'd seen somebody writing about it today, and I made another video about what if all of the uh, politicians and basketball players and professional sports, these athletes, were all um, were all basically those kind of manifestations. They were a collective. I don't want to say hallucination, but a collective energy to produce those beings. And the initial video I did is called God Forms Egregors. So these things are called egregors. Okay, Egrogore. Is that I spelled that right? Egregor. Yeah. Egregors. It's a thought form manifested into it could be into a physical body that was already there, or it could be a created physical body that a group of people could create, and that's where originally language, there would be a tribe or shamans, maybe 12 of them around a fire, and they would tone into a fire, and that fire would then respond to the vocalization of the letter A, E, and it would shape something in there, and that shape became what is called a fire language. And so you have fire languages that run up a page. So if you write from the bottom to the top, if you write from right to left, left to right, these are different languages. And then you have certain languages that are water languages. So you had water shamans that would speak the Azu. They would speak into the water, and the water would take a shape cymatically to create what you'd see as the letter A, and that would be the water language that goes from left to right and down the page. So English is a water language. Where you have other languages like the symbol languages, Chinese, like that, the symbols, they write up the page, right? And so it would force them mostly. They should be left-handed. If they're going, if certain languages to go the opposite direction, right? What other ones? There's like what Tamil, or like Sanskrit. These are different. You would be pushing versus pulling. I don't want to go into that talk again right now, but there's a pushing and pulling of language, and depending on what hand you're using, you're creating different energies and the way you'd read it off the page. And that's creating fire languages and water languages. But yeah, those egregors, you have the god forms, the egregors, and then you have like the Meeseeks, minions, kind of, the things that, you just got to feed thought to or something to every once in a while, and we'll do a specific purpose and be done with it. It's kind of like making a sigil. The next one, the pretty much highest level before God form is the egregor, which is also called, well, there's one above that, it's called a tulpa, Tulpa, but you shouldn't fuck with tulpas because tulpas can take on their own form. Like if you created a tulpa, it can just dip away. It could just if you don't control it properly, it could just go start manifesting on its own. Where egregor can't do that. So most magicians, that's regulated to the practice of the really black arts and hoodoo cults. Yeah, I wonder about the word tulips and tulpas, huh? Yeah, that's why you're not supposed to create them. You're not supposed to create tulpas. That's super fucking hoodoo, voodoo, Caribbean New Orleans magic shit. I don't even think people in New Orleans really be knowing about that deep. It's not a good idea. I wish I could have. I didn't know you. I didn't know you 5 years ago. And you know what? I couldn't have told you that 5 years ago because I didn't know that 5 years ago. I knew that 4 years ago. So I could have helped you out a little bit afterwards. I could have probably, you know, adjusted it. So funny. It's funny when people start playing with magic, they can go down so many paths of like how much energy they have, how much power they want, all of that. That's why I choose to sparsely barely use it other than just the sound of my voice to influence people for the betterment of themselves. I don't often use it to get me something. Every now and then, little things here and there, but most of the things, if I've ever gained something that way, I always give it away. It's always kind of like, oh, how many physical objects do I really need? But yeah, creating the ooh, yeah, yeah. You gotta watch out for yeah. That's the that's the Manly P Hall that he was talking about. Here's why you never. Here's all of the reasons magic is awesome, and here's everything about magic, but here's why you should never use it. And it's because of that. Because if you don't have full command over it, you. Ugh, it's like giving somebody 70% of the information, but not the whole thing. They're gonna go about everything all wrong. It's kind of like where the world is for a lot of reasons. We've been given 20% of the information, 80% of it is false, and then people expect us to do the right thing. If you can't expect people to do the right thing when they've been given their entire life a bunch of false narrative, false history, how would you expect people to have a moral, a proper golden compass, a moral compass? If you disguise everything and it's frustratingly easy to mislead people, and I've seen it happen so many times that I can't stand it. I could never think to do that. You know, if I know something to be true, I'll say it. If I know something to be probably true, I'll say I think so. It seems to me. Don't take my word for it, but go study it for yourself. I wouldn't say I know anything to be factual, but if somebody's like sitting there going like they're sick and they got a problem, I'm like, all right, here's the oil you need and here's what you need to do. If I fucking know that, I know that, and if I can help the person, I will. But if I don't know, I'm like, all right, this is put it out there. But a lot of people they about 100% sure that it's bullshit, but they'll use the what is it said? Well, how's it said? Politicians politicians use truth to tell lies, and comedians use lies to tell truth. You can, but here's the thing: is you can never know the entire scope of things. So you can only work with as much as you can. Like you know, there's an infinite number of variables in any magical art, in any engineering, in anything, in creating anything. There's an infinite number of variables that you can't account for. So you just work with what you have, and you try to do your best with it. As long as I look at it this way: as long as it serves yourself and everyone else at the same time, fucking do that. If it happens to go awry, well, fuck. I know that's what I tried. I did my best over here. But you don't try. You did your best. Did it? Was it up? Was it? Did it turn out poorly? Maybe not. But you made a fucking the old college try, the valiant effort. Ah, so I don't know which one's. Yeah, which ones? How can you know really? Because there's plenty of things that for me, the story that I always, well, it's not even a story, it's just a lesson. That I've noticed over and over again in all of my life. It's the people that I've tried to help the most assumed I was doing something shady or unruly and rude, and it didn't, I was just being, and then they're like, fuck that. And other people that I was being a fucking dick to, I would be like, just directly like, fuck you, and those people, a lot of those people would come back and say, you know what, you were right. And I actually helped their life when I was being a fucking dick. At the time, I wasn't intentionally knowing I was, looking back a day later or something, I was like, that was fucking dick move on my part. I shouldn't have done that. And then 2 months later, a year later, this person goes, oh, you're right about that. And I go, no shit. And then the times that I was completely right about something and I was so heartfelt and it's like, oh, how can I help you? That got me nowhere. I mean, it's an equal balance, but it just went to show me like you can never know, you can never really know what you're doing. How you go about things, you can never know who you're helping and how you're helping them. I've done some of the dumbest shit, and it helped people, and I've done some of the things that I thought was so helpful, and it apparently fucked with people's things. Yeah, fights can heal. Yeah. Oh, certainly. Good shit. I don't know. I don't know how many times you punch in the face, you get slapped, you get told off, you get told fuck you, and you just go, oh shit, and that shit it balances things. There was a friend I had that I had to like stop being friends with years ago because it just didn't. He how to put it. I don't know how to say it to you because if Denmark is your he just had a Napoleonic complex, and so he always would smirk when I would say something, and he would smirk and be like a shithead about it. And I'm like, and we got in a fight over it, and I was like, fuck you, dude, you know. But I seen him years later, and it was like he's like, hey, like a lot of things you said, I used to think you were a fucking idiot for. But you're pretty much right about a lot of that shit. I was like, oh, no shit. I was like, I knew that. Virginia, yeah. I mean, hey, I don't know how many people here have been punched and slapped in the face, but like that shit will tell you something. Sometimes it will tell you that person needs a lot of healing, and other times it means you said something fucked up. For me, 50-50. Sometimes I'm like retarded, and they need a lot of help. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, I should have said that. Oh, or not. I liken it to the scorpion sting. If you look at it like that, there's definitely a hurting element, but it's a very truthful. It heals you. I've being a Gemini, I'm supposed to really get along with Scorpios, and so most of my great lovers have been Scorpios. But they've all like fucking bit me. Obviously I'm a Gemini, so I can go back and forth with that shit with them. But yeah, Scorpios, man. Actually, the last two chicks I was dating, both Scorpios. They were born 2 years apart, 2 days apart. Both went to the same college. And very similar personalities. Yeah. But yeah, I've always I find myself attracted to. It's not the thing like, oh, you can't have that, because there's not much that I can't really. The only thing I can't coordinate with really is like there's like one or two signs that just doesn't work on a physical emotional level. From the opposite sex, and there's only one or two on the same sex, like another dude. There's only a couple of that. But even in that, I have friends that are those signs. Like I'm not supposed to be able to get along with July babies, July, August. But yet, one of my best friends is July baby. So. But trust me, the dilemma is there. Okay, come on. I see now my dog. I wonder what month she is, because she's a jealous little cunt. What do I think about Virgos? What is Virgos? Virgos are they No, no. Which one's the balance? Which one's the holding the balance? Which one is that? See, I should know this. This is frustrating to me sometimes when people ask it because I've made so many videos about astrology because I get it when I get it and then I just forget about it. Um, but I should know it off the top of my head. I can read tarot as long as I got a little pad here. I could just check it real quick, or if it all makes sense to me. But I've never just stuck it there in my brain to know that Gemini's are. No. That's what I'm saying. No. Virginia. I didn't mean what is Virgo. I meant what sign is that? Which one? So you got like Sag, you got like the bull, you got the Taurus, you got the. I get it. I created astrology. What are you talking about? I know what Virgo is. I'm just saying which sign is that? Which one of the symbols is it? I thought you knew that I knew this shit. What is a Virgo? It's an astrology sign. Hopefully Virgo the Virgin. That what month is that? Let me go piss real quick and tell me the sign. Which one of the it's the Virgin. So yeah, that would be. Would that be right in the spring? I would say that's a spring baby, right? I'm guessing. Now I'm just using some Santos logic here. I'm back in a second. I'm gonna piss and fill this up. September. Oh, it's the end of it. Oh, it's on the down. It's on the downfall. Oh shit. Huh. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be back in about 35 seconds. Maybe 55 seconds. Apparently, I can't send it to 33 anymore. People are like, well, let's know that flyer is a little bit out of you. I'm sure of it now. Can't say it. Use the number. I'm scared of the number 13 and 33. Fucking stupid. You stupid. All right. Be back in business. Okay, cool. All right. Well, okay. What was the okay? Virginia. What was the question? Well, that eight are not. Thank you for putting them in order. Yeah. So, okay. First one is Taurus. The second one I don't remember. The third one is definitely Gemini. Okay. Okay. I see. I know most of those off the top of my head. Okay. Down there is Aquarius, and okay. I got most of this. Virginia. What do I think about Virgos? Do we line up? Yeah, Aries. Aries is the first one. Do we line up on a chart there? Virginia. Look at Virginia. You're a virgin, and in September. Crazy. I'm a Gemini, right? So does that link up? Is that a Do we triangulate? See, I just don't study it that deep. I mean, I know it, but I just don't study it that deep. Virginia the Virgin Virgo. See, you popping off with the V's. Nanu. Or is it peace? Do you number five? Five out there? Exactly. Oh, you like the Nanu, did you? Like, can you throw out the Nanu? Some people can't do that. That's just so funny. Um, do we triangulate on the chart though? To Gemini's, and I think we're one sign off of triangulation. Okay, could be. I don't know. If I had my other phone here or a computer, I would look it up just so I could figure that out real quick. Hey, oh, so you put it in, you think it's the first M1 of Virgo? I think so too. So if it is, then we are, let's see. Did you put, hey, Arnott, did you put those in order? Did you? So then, yeah, we are. Then if it is in order, oh my God, she's so stupid. Anyways, so we are 1 month off. What's up, Alive and Awake? We're just talking some podunk astrology. Meaning most of us in here know astrology very well. We're not professionals at explaining it. So we're just talking shit about just not yet, but now that you're here, we're gonna do that. I was talking shit about my dog sign a second ago because she's recluse. Yeah, who knows anymore about the order of the signs. You just put those in there. If you went through your phone and put them in order, they should be in order. I think they should be. Ooh, shit. What are you doing with that coffee? Do you have a coughing problem? Come on, get up here. Do you want the blanket over there? Hold on, I gotta pay attention to Puppy for a second. I don't know why I call her Puppy, because she's probably older than most of you in here. There you go, lay down. Do I think there's 13 or 12? I think there's both. There's 12 signs for the sun and 13 for the moon. That's the sun moon astrology. It's especially if you're using Mayan ideas. Do I think there's 12 actual months? No, I think there's 10. There's 10 months, 12 signs, and 13 signs in the moon. And if you're talking about the 13th sign, which is um, yeah, that's a possibility. But the way that they line it up, I could be unsure of that. I think they're just kind of jamming it in there for. But it also depends if you're using the Sadril or Western Vedic, you know. There's, there's too many things to study there. Hold on, I gotta put some music on. Mm. I'm gonna put something on here and it better be good. It better be good. Or else I have issues with whoever gave me free music. Arnott, don't think the planets are in the right configuration to mentalize the figures. Arnott, can you try that again? I'm not decoding what you just said there. Don't think the planets. So that's a question. So you're saying to like to picture in your mind, um, what is remote viewing? I mean, this is remote viewing, aren't you? I mean, you're doing it in real time while you're awake, and I'm allowing you to. Quite honestly, because everything that's going on, you won't be able to remember. You'll have little bits and pieces, just like you do have bits and pieces of your dream world. Remote viewing in the most uh, precise way, without the use of technological gadgets, is going into the dream world and dipping into and viewing things and being able to bring back information. Here, you to remote view what I'm doing. So from a remote location, you're observing what I'm doing. It's a fair trade. If I was sitting here on my phone and somebody was staring at me through that, that's creepy and weird. So like the government, NASA, all that bullshit. I mean, I don't know if NASA's doing it, but like the agency, blah blah blah. That's creepy because I don't give them consent. This is not for them. Like if they want to do it off of their like while they're at home and want to learn something, I give them full okay. That's for you to learn, but not to. You see, there's a difference there. It's kind of like if you've been out of body to go into someone's house out of body. It's weird. Like I've done it on accident because I didn't know I was out of body. I thought I was in my subconscious mind. So I'm just like walking around doing shit. And I was like, I think I'm actually in somebody else's space, because I saw like a kid watching TV and somebody else, and like a dog, and the dog and the kid noticed me. Like it was like a 3-year-old kid and a dog, and they both noticed me. And the other kid was just like 10, didn't notice me, and then the parents were just walking around doing something, and I was like, no shit, I think I might, and because I was still fucking aware, and so that was like remote viewing, and I was like, oh shit, I'm actually literally dipped out of my body into some other space, and I was viewing something. I was like, no, that's creepy. You shouldn't do that. So like, I don't. Why would I? Why would I do that? I wouldn't go into somebody else's space like that. But because I thought I was in my subconscious mind, I didn't know. But in the most technological way, remote viewing is this right here. And but here's the thing: is a lot of people that make videos, they don't see it that way. They just see it as like, this is a this is me making fucking. I'm gonna make 50K by doing this shit, yo, and we gonna get that money. We get that. Let's go. And there's no that they're not perceiving the black mirror, the white mirror. They're not perceiving the device. They're not perceiving this right here. This phone right here is collecting this data that I'm providing. It's going through some kind of crazy digital wires and then out into the air, and then reproduced and amplified through some system, and then blah blah, and then all of a sudden it's in your house right there. And so that I offer it to those people because they would do good with it, because that's something I'll have. Ah, damn it, dog. I'm gonna need you to stop staring at me because you're freaking me out. I don't like it. And let me go give my dog some snacks because she's demanding my attention. What the fuck do you want? Come on. You're such a big pig sometimes, dude. You're holding me hostage for snacks. I can see it. Yeah, dude, sucks about this dog. I don't like it. I don't like it. I get just more though. Yeah, Orpheus, yeah. What's up, Tessa? Tessa Rabago. I remember you. Are you the other Tessa? Did you change your last name, or are you somebody new? Can you predict the future with remote viewing? No, you can't predict the future with remote viewing. You can predict it a different way. Profiting off of using, you'd have to have astral projection, not astral travel, astral projection. Astral travel is in the same time frame to a different location. Astral projection is putting yourself in a past or future time frame. So that projection is different than travel. So astral travel, astral projection is different than even just a general out of body experience, which is different than lucid dreaming, which is different than subconscious remote viewing. Remote viewing is you kind of keep your mind and your body slightly awake, and you can cast your consciousness somewhere. And that's remote viewing is the creepiest thing, but it's also like, look at, here's a remote control. I'm viewing something on TV. But the thing there is the people that are making videos on, what they're doing is they're expecting in return currency and energy. So you give up an hour or two of your life, and a couple tokens, and in return, and they know just by acting out a scene, you'll give them a couple dollars. It's a good business plan. Hold on one second. Let me. What are you doing over here? What in the what are you doing, dog? Okay, cool. Okay, go lay down. Go lay down. No, you've been snacked. You've gotten all snacked up. Arnott, I got what you're saying. Yeah, I was doing it last night, and what happened? Funny enough, last night I was having this most amazing set of. I was lucid dream. Here's what I've noticed. Whenever it would be remote viewing, I would lock my eyes into one position. Usually, I think it's up and to the left. For me, it could be something different for everybody else, but I think that's where I'd lock my eyes. And as soon as I did that, I wouldn't use my eyes anymore. I would use my mind. So my eyes would go up and to the left. This is just an idea. Um, so I'm sitting there sleeping, and all of a sudden I find the right position for my eyes, my breathing pattern, my body is asleep, my mind is awake, and all of a sudden I connect with an image. And then if I want to move around in the image or whatever I'm seeing going on, instead of moving my eyeballs, I had to move my mind. As soon as you move your eyeballs, the scene, cuts, and you go to something else. Like why yogis either put their eyeballs in and down or in and up, or you can actually put the eyeballs the other way, but that's a little more difficult. No shit, Tessa. The seizure and future dreams. Well, I mean, it depends on how deep your body is into. So it depends on where your mind is, what kind of brainwave your mind is in, and how deep you're into you're putting yourself into a trance essentially, and the seizure thing. So your body is having a seizure. Is it really, or is your body not? So your body is freaking out, or your mind is freaking out. Your body is still. Because usually what happens is people's bodies are so still, and their mind is moving because they want to move, but their body is so asleep because they've disconnected their mind from their body. There's a difference. Mind awake, body asleep. That's the meditation. Mind awake, body asleep. Mind awake, body asleep. And by doing that, you're disconnected because you have two different consciousnesses. Well, you have more than that, but there's the physical consciousness, and then there's the mental consciousness. You ever have somebody hit you, and like you hit you a little bit, you're like, oh, that fucking hurts. And you can have somebody hit you twice as hard, and be like, that actually didn't hurt at all. That's like the mind's influence and programs. You have to tell yourself to breathe. That's a long one to get into, Tessa. Um, hmm. Usually it's the other way around. That's that. Oh, so okay. Hmm. So are you like? Is this when you're trying? Is this when you're trying to go to sleep, or is this when you're actually sleeping? Are you making an attempt to get out of body? Are you making an attempt to astral travel? Blah blah blah. Or is it just something that just naturally occurs where you have visions or you have? Oh, when you're trying to wake up. Oh, okay. Then I can use. Okay, then I gotta ask all the proper questions afterwards. Do you do drugs? Do you eat a lot? What do you eat? Do you are you is there any uppers in your food? Are you vegetarian? Do you suck blood off of meat? 'Cause all of those things are gonna have an influence over your. I'm a nurse. Yeah, just because you're a nurse, I know nurses that smoke cigarettes and believe in chemical. See, so you're a nurse, so you believe in chemicals. Right? You think people can be fixed by chemicals? Do you use chemicals? Just because you're a nurse, dude, still didn't answer my question. You're a nurse? I know nurses that are the most disgusting fucking pigs I've ever met in my life. I'm just being honest. It doesn't answer my question. What's your diet like? What's your deity? What do you consume? Uppers, downers, anything in between. When I say uppers and downers, I don't mean, do you take pills? I mean, do you take pills? No, I've never done drugs. Not to, I take, not, you take medication? Medication is a drug. I'm gonna follow you here. Give me a second. I gotta change my location of this. Because now I'm very interested in what you have to say about this. Hold on. Let me reframe this entire thing here. Okay, cool. All right, this is good. Okay. I don't smoke, no caffeine, no drugs, no meds. Oh, so you're completely. Have you ever fasted? Are you big? Do you have a lot of? Do you have any mental? Do you have trauma issues? I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot that. See, here's the thing: is I don't want to do this all on here. I was being funny at first. Like, I mean, I actually had a couple questions first, but I'm being a little bit funny with this, in the sense that like there's so many different chemical constituents that go into the body that make the body shut down, or the organ shut down, or the mind become very firing. Um, you could have all sorts of heavy metals in the body. You could be watching too much TV. You could have all sorts of. There's so many things that go into it. But yeah, let me. So, but the just simple fact that you're a nurse, it means you want to help people, and so you probably have empathy. But then all of a sudden, you're combated with the fact that nurses. I'm just being honest here. Anything to do with the pharmakia and the medical establishment is a complete fucking farce, and it's a fallacy. And you're poisoning people. And there's something in you that knows that. And that would be my perception of the issue. There's something deep within your soul, your subconscious, between your mind, your spirit, and your body. Because there's because that's what it is. A woman wants to become a nurse because she wants to help people. You're a helping person. But yes, all of a sudden you're working for all these doctors with these fucking white lab coats that think they're scientists that know nothing about health, nutrition, or anything else. And you're working for that establishment. And so that there is a fracture of the mind. And that mind gets fractured to the point where your body seizes. Because your body then separates from the mind to the point where you see things because you can, yeah. See, I'll happily do it. And I mean, if you want me to continue with this here, I'm happy to do it because it doesn't bother me. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna yeah. But since you were five, yeah. But since you were five, you already doesn't matter. It still doesn't take away from what I said though, because the medical establishment is fucking it bollocks. Not even English. I can say bollocks. Since you were five, okay. So did you have you ever done any of the um did you have parental psychological manipulation issues? Did you come from a poor background? Did you come from um, rich background? I mean, there's so many things here. Like I'm not look, I'm not trying to be a psychologist, although it is a big thing. I'm not trying to say I just you to me right now are someone just typing on a computer, and to analyze the data forms. I mean, if you are a real person, certainly I would, pharmacy stems from the old English word pharmakia. Yeah, there you go. It means witchcraft. Yeah, that's the oldest version. But pharmakia and poison maker, poison. But witchcraft doesn't mean poison. So there's a split there in between witchcraft. I mean, everybody knows witchcraft is good. Fucking uh, warlocks and witchcraft. Yeah, I know. I mean Tesla, but yes, you're asking about, but you realize seizures is that's a phenomenon that you should probably think about, that it has something to do with the physical realm that is induced by traumatic events in your childhood that also have, you know, if that's reoccurring since you were 5, then I would immediately say, well, what happened before you were 5 that made you, and is it all of the heavy metals and the poisons? Was it abuse? Was it trauma? Like, we all have those things. So it's no like it's just like, how do you adjust that? How do you not have that where you seize, where you have seizures? They call it grandma seizures. You know, um, so it's a separation of mind, body, and spirit, and there's a way to do it where it's a smooth sounding separation on purpose, and then there's the traumatic freezing of one aspects of it. It's like your computer sometimes. You ever your computer freezes and the music's still playing, but the screen freezes. You ever have that shit happen? It's very similar. So that's why I asked this. And there's a shock. Think of it. Yes, Arnold said it. Have you ever been getting out of body and you wake up immediately? That's your spirit getting out of body, but you feel like you're falling. All of a sudden, it's your body calling your spirit uh, back to your body because it hasn't allowed it to separate. It seems like it's happening in the opposite direction for you. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So the yeah, well, yeah, what Arna says, it's correct. Yeah, it's. Have you ever tried to go to sleep at night and you had a bad day and you're just reenacting the day, and it's just like, it's hard to get to sleep, and you're just like up all night like thinking about like, oh fuck this and that. That is something that can be extrapolated from like months or years ago, and the traumas of a day is traumas of a past. I'm not getting into past lives and shit here, but like, and to properly release those things is based upon. I mean, if you really want to get rid of it, the best thing to do is fast on water. Go fast on urine. Go look into the art of Shivambu. Go fast on urine. Listen to your boy. Listen to your boy Azu. Fast on that, and it's an emotional release, which is the reason that your fats and your muscles and your body hold hold memory. Your memory system is in your body. It's not in your mind. Your mind just uh, it basically takes all of the the chemicals that are going through your system, and it's like, eat something and I had a bad day, and all of a sudden that fat molecule grabs onto that chemical that I was like, oh, fucking bad day. I'm gonna eat this donut, and all of a sudden you're fatter. Then all of a sudden you fast, and instead of dreaming about that thing again, your body releases that fat or that chemical that was held within your system, which was an emotional response. Eating is an emotional response. I'm not saying this is for you, but um, there's all sorts of things that are emotional responses. Some people have twitches, right? I've known people with twitches, right? That's an emotional response to something. If somebody almost got punched by, say, somebody, imagine some every time they speak, do that. That almost guarantee you is an emotional response mechanism to getting punched in the face by somebody, traumatic event. So sometimes eating is that emotional response, and that holds on to memory systems in the body. Memory means water and light. So it holds that water and light, condenses it into tumors and fats and and that has to get released back into the body, and by fasting that gets released completely. Most of that healing occurs during the evening, and that's probably why you end up with seizures, because your body didn't fully release all of it. and you keep reintroducing it into your body, and you keep seizing. This is just my, I'm nobody. I don't know shit. I'm just some guy talking. I'm just some idiot over here. But yeah, I think the most important thing to do for most people is to release themselves from their demons, which hold false memory narratives. Have a drink, go dance, go party. I don't fucking know. Tessa, oh, you've really, man, that's a note. I'm gonna give you that's the most bullshit thing I've ever heard in my life by far. Like you, I'm gonna give you that's the most bullshit thing I've ever heard in my life by far. Like you cannot be serious. There's no way you've released all your past trauma unless you're saying that as a joke. I think you're saying that as a joke. Hopefully you're saying it as a joke because if not, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. There's no way you have. Or else you wouldn't be here asking me how to release the fact that you still have seizures. Your seizures are neurological or chemical related, and the neurology normally creates the chemical in the body that won't allow the body to. It's like when you have an orgasm. Orgasm is basically the inability for the body amperage. That's the it's frequency, amplitude, voltage, and amperage, and your body and your mind are separating themselves. So there must be a traumatic something that you have not released. Especially again, and this is there's there's no way anyone in the doctor or nursing field that can feel completely comfortable with their job because they're not helping everyone. They're actually harming a lot of people. And maybe that's what it is. You're short circuiting because there's like if I was a bartender, I would know that 50% of these people I'm helping because I give them a drink and I'm doing them a service I will talk to them. And 50% of these people, I'm gonna make them vomit tonight and they're gonna fall over the place and I'm a poison maker for them. And the other 50% of people I'm panacea for. And same as a nurse. And if you think everything you do as a nurse is 100% correct, you've lost your fucking mind. So if you're in the profession, if you think you're a professional nurse and that you have extinguished all your past karma and all of your trauma, you wouldn't still be here on this plane of existence. Bravo. I mean, it's just, uh, yeah. I can't. Hey, Tessa, I'm happy to help you. Feel free. Seriously, I'm doing this for a fact now because I enjoy comedy of it. But feel free if you really want me to help you with this, hit me up. And that will give me a lot more auditory, whatever, you know. Yeah, sure, I'll help you with it if you're serious. Because I don't want to put all this shit on blast. I'm just this for fun because to me right now, as usual, everybody knows this. If I see someone commenting in here, to me you're just fucking a bunch of words and I'm just commenting on it. So if you want to, my email is beneath Theoluminous, Theo Theoluminous, which means God light, at gmail.com. Feel free. I'm not trying to make fun of you or whatever. I'm still gonna shit all over the fucking medical establishment and everything else, and nursing and doctors and all of that. But yeah. Um, while you're full of yourself, oh, I don't need help, bro. Okay. Nah, I'm out. Okay, yeah. Hey, you know what? Then here, go, go fuck yourself. Then. What do you want me to do? You literally here. You just held up the entire conversation because you wanted help with something, and then I give you help, and you don't want my help. That sounds Am I wrong here, guys? Anybody else? Or did I miss something here in this conversation? Nah, I don't need your help, bro. Wow, you're full of yourself. How am I full of myself? Where did I say what would make me help me here? Here, guys, help me. I'm in need of your help at this point. What did I say that made me sound full of myself other than I just make these videos the same way I do all the time because I ask, no one's giving me any money for this? Huh? I'm full of myself. Okay. Come here, ask me for help. Literally ask me for help with something and then say, I don't need your help. Literally, do you understand what just happened? And then says, I'm full of myself. I don't need your help. Huh? See, this is where you guys got to help me with this. Maybe I'm not understanding something. Yes, I'm out. I don't need your help. I was asking what you thought it was. If you were asking what I thought it was, is my help. That is my help. What I thought it was, which is what I've been doing for the last 20 minutes of the conversation, is devoting it to you and helping you. What? Yeah, but that's why I just yeah or not that's why I just literally offered up my email and said holler at me and I'm happy to help you because Heaven I've been talking to her exclusively for the past 20 minutes. Yes, all of everybody else around me because they're gonna change my life and make everyone else's better. They're gonna just tell me what to do and then make me so awesome that I can. Oh wait, people are here talking to me because I alleviate people's sufferings and their mindsets of how the world is and literally just asked me. This is the shit I don't get. Just literally asked me for help and said I didn't ask you for help. Literally asked me for help and said I didn't ask you for help. Am I delusional? If I could rewind this right now and I'm going to see where she said, "Hey, can you answer this?" Which is help me, and then said, "I didn't ask you for help." You said, "Okay, on to the next thing. Whatever you guys want to do." Fucking people. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I might have been talking beside the point, but I don't, how can I make a point out of something when I'm just reading off of here? That's why I literally asked her to hit me up on the email, and I said, "I'll do one-on-one." Huh? Huh? Hey, do you know that only how many people can do you ever see Elvis do the try it right now. Do it with your left lip, go now try it with your right lip. You can't do it. Can you? Can you? 90% of people on the planet can always their left lip go try it. Try it right now. Hey, Alive and awake. Do it. Left lip. Try it over here. You can't do it. Doesn't work. Doesn't work for anybody. Beautiful stranger, yes, you are correct. Thank you for coming here and letting me know that. I don't know. Thank you for I appreciate your support and love. You are certainly a love of my life. You were asking about what? I don't. Oh no. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. About what? What do you? I don't even know who you are, and you just say, "Are you?" Why would I be? For what? The fasting comment? Oh, oh, Hans. Why would I be? Why would I? How? How exactly would I? Not how would I be? Everybody, what? I've done a 43-day fast on water. Yeah. I don't care what he claimed. He doesn't know me. All I've done is gone to his channel and supported him and said he had a good channel. And then somebody asked a question about, hey, and hey Hans, would you like to do about cancer and how the fasting helps it. And I said, hey, oh shit, I'm watching Han's video right now on Toucan Sam. And I was like, cool. Let me tell this guy that I've done videos on this. And also, I've done many water fasts, fruit juice fast, urine fast, shivambu, and I've done 43-day water fast. And all he did was call me a liar. Okay. My bad. My bad for stating a fact. Stupid. Yeah. What do you have to say about the devil horn emoji? I don't have anything to say about it. I didn't create it. What are you talking about? The devil horns? What are you talking about? How about this one? Is that devil horns? Can I have this one? Om Namah Shivaya Shakti. What are you talking about? Well, here's the thing is, I don't know who you are. I don't care whether or not you think I'm a liar or not. I don't give a fuck what you think. You might like me, you might not like me. You might love me, you might hate me. But I'm not here to convince you of anything. Go study it for yourself. You can say anything you want. But no, I don't suppose I am. I don't know why. I don't know. I would just lie. I don't know. I would lie to people like I've done a 43-day water fast. You should believe me. I think you would know. Hey, would you like me to put the light on the camera and you could stare into my eyes? Well, then you'd have to work through this little digital imaging device. I just have fun with it. I don't know. Yeah, hopefully you don't take my general flux of demeanor to be anything other than just humor. But if you do, that's your problem. Just like Han's problem is calling me a liar for no fucking reason at all. Call fucking uh, what? Okay. Silly guy. He's a silly guy. He might actually have mental problems. Um. Oh yeah, yeah. Beautiful stranger. Yeah, I thought so. I love most of his content, and I've really insightful, and a lot of it that he's putting out is really good, and I agree with a lot of it, and I've actually put people onto his shit. Some of it is off the fucking wall, but okay. But I can tell where he, but just like, what? A liar? Okay, cool. Yes, and everything he does is tell the truth. Yes. I'm only here for amusement. I'm only here for a short time. Hopefully you get the most out of it you can. I'm here for as long as the rest of you guys are. Well, maybe longer, maybe shorter. I don't know how long you've been here for. How many years have you been here for? Arnott says the Corona thing. I'm not doing that again. I already did that twice today, man. Um, oh, beautiful stranger. Well, welcome. This is me. This is here. I'll even do this if you'd like. Here's me on drugs. Whoa, bro, I'm on drugs. Here's me at a dance party. Woo! Here's me with. Let me see. Do I got bubbles over here? Here's me in normal. This is what I look like normally. There I am. There's the tree of life. There's me with a hat, and I have a bunch of hair, uh, and a beard. It's all my. That's just what I do. Um, but let's get back to where I wanted to be. Oh, this one. I like this. Yeah, all the new stuff about the coronavirus. I watched the Beautiful Stranger and also are not. Check out the last one I did. It's called Coronavirus. It's right. It's the title screen. I didn't want to do one on it because I thought it was so ridiculous. Because I think people should get it already how dumb it is. It's just media propaganda bullshit. Um, so the beginning of this video was about disease and beautiful stranger. Apparently, you weren't here for it. Feel free to some of my videos, if you go into my earliest work, are going to be dedicated to me. I'm not going to be on screen because I'm always very shy and reserved about that. And then you'll find the pace, and there'll be images and shit, and then you get to the point where you hear my voice, but there'll be like be outside, there'll be a tree, and I'll just be kind of philosophizing about things. And then you get to videos where I'm talking with people and interacting, and then you get to this point where I'm just like, what the fuck ever. I don't, y'all don't pay my bills. I don't give a fuck what y'all think, but I will help you if I can, and that's where I am. Uh, but yeah, the coronavirus thing, I've just covered it, and it's so it's that's how it feels to me. Like the fact that people believe this shit is not just a fear mongering tactic. It eats away at pieces of my spirit, you know, like wow, like people really on it like that. Like people fighting in grocery stores over toilet paper. Man, stop eating, do a fast. Yeah, a beautiful stranger, and there you go. All the news about the corona is a virus itself. That's exactly it. That's the easiest way to put it. Thank you, beautiful stranger, for putting it that way. The news itself is the virus. It's not there's not anything going on. No one's coming in contact and coming down. What the fuck is shit? No one's doing that. And it's not gonna happen. It's the fact that you can't even talk to human beings anymore because as soon as you do, they're like coronavirus, oh, and they're like mine. Am I an anti-vaxxer? I believe that they're pushing the next big vaccine. Um, I am not anti-vax, but I know what vaccine means, and it comes from a Latin word called vac. If you eat blackberries in the beginning of the season, you'll have your immune system because of a bunch of different chemicals in it, including vitamin A, which will sit in your system for about 12 months. Um, do I think people should get vaccinated? Absolutely fucking not in any way whatsoever. It's ridiculous. I mean, vaccinated by a needle. Like I didn't come out the womb and was like, hey, excuse me, could you jam a fucking needle into my arm because I'm a tiny little baby and I could just get my immune system from my mother's breast in the first 48 hours. It's called colostrum, and it has your entire immune system in it. And all you need to do is suck your mother's titty. It's colostrum milk. So there's my vaccine. There's my immunity. Comes from the mother. So that in that way, but the needles and all that shit, no, fuck that. Fucking retarded. It's fucking retarded. Like these people that push that shit, they just need to pay a bill. They don't even realize they're pushing an agenda. They just need to pay a bill to get their pay for because now they're just selling pharmaceuticals to people so they can poison them worse, even though they don't understand it because they have know nothing. They know nothing about nutrition. So, um, how do I stay healthy? Uh, or not? There's so many ways of explaining that one. Aging is a myth. Yeah, in the way that they explain it. See, people age the way they want to. If you knew it, um, you can affect your own the own wrinkles in your skin and the colors of your hair and your body type and all of this. Like you can, I mean, maybe I need a body type. I don't know if you go from like ectomorph to esomorph to, you kind of change your bone structure slightly, but certainly you can adjust by water content, mental exercises, and things the way that you look to people. Like you don't know how old I am. I mean, you could guess, but you'd be wrong. I could be 300 years old. I could be 10. I don't know. Fuck it. Consuming more food makes you age faster. That's almost a certain fact. Even if it's good food, even if it's the alkaline diet, the raw food shit, All of that is. Hold on one second. I don't know how that happened, but I'm gonna. Let me. Let me turn. The more you consume, the more you have to process. And if your body doesn't know how to process something, then what's it going to turn it into? If you have a backlog of things, it's going to weigh and age the body. So, weight is called the word weight is the is the word wait, which means you have to wait. You have to wait on something. So the more weight you put on, it starts to make you wait on something. Wait in line. I can't even. It just makes everything slower. It makes it slow down. It becomes thick and gelatinous. And reality is not as uh, perfectly fine tuned. It's not as crisp and precise as it could be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be back. So in the interim, and I'll continue to answer your questions if you have any. Or we'll fuck around here, and we'll just talk some shit. Um, but I do have to piss, so give me a second. I just want to turn music work already. There it is. Here's some music for you. There it is. Yeah. And I might even put on the next screen here, and oh yeah, and I might even put my hair down for this one. I'm gonna put my hair down for this one. Yeah, and that's hopefully if Beautiful Stranger's still here, I'm gonna put my hair down. You can see. Oh yeah. Maybe we'll even explore some of music that I make tonight. All right, who's there? Ugh. Oh damn it! It's lagging again. Yeah, it's because I'm not at my house, and this place the fucking internet connection sucks. It doesn't suck. It's just not great. But I'm working on it. Oh, or not. I didn't have a spat with the nurse. I just gotta let people know what the fuck is up. Oh, or not. I'm curious. Mine lags worse than others. Um, well, cause I just told you I was pissing into the glass. It's right there. Um, and again, my swing here when I'm at this place where I am right now, it's lagging because the internet sucks where I am. But at my house, it doesn't lag. I've never had a problem there. And beautiful stranger. Is a beautiful stranger when you is that when you sit on your left hand until your hand goes numb and then you masturbate? Isn't that? You do so you don't age. Well, you're supposed to age up and down. You're supposed to kind of like, you know, you ever see people that just look real crusty and old and all of a sudden they do some really good things for themselves and they look better? It's like clean your body out. It's like cleaning your house. You ever clean your house? Food is their mood. Your mood's your food. Your mood, your food, and your attitude. There you go. Have you ever cleaned your house? You can have a shitty ass house. You ever lived in a house like you're moving, and then you clean up the house and you're leaving. You're like, man, the house is actually in really good condition because you cleaned it. Same thing with your body. And your DNA will replicate itself to its best form that it can. Yeah. Um, yeah, beautiful stranger. I kind of agree with that, but I think it's only because their system was supposed to. I think there's three choices here, and the three choices are that they're controlling the system, and I think those are the you have things, you have beings that are doing it for your benefit, and then you have ones that are trying to manipulate and control things. And I think the ones that are doing it for your benefit are the ones that know about health and well-being and what that really means. And then you have ones that are using a certain type of technology, replace the body parts, turn into techno shamanism, not biological techno hybrid system. And then you have like so there's these kind of, it's kind of a gray area between, and yeah, I still like this screen. It's kind of a gray area between who's doing it for your benefit and who's doing it for humanity's, and who's doing it for themselves, um, but if you naturally, if you're from the bottom of the tree, if you're in the root system, then you've been around for a very, very, very long time. But then there's people that there's ways of bypassing that, so it gives them a appearance of it gives them immortality, but at the cost of ignorance. It's like the vampiric forces. See, I like the blood. I like the blood of orange juice, and I like the blood of sugars, and the blood of what else is in here? I don't know. Whatever's in here, whatever the spirit is that is in this cup right now. Oh, there you go. This is why I like this. This is why I like this one so much, because my tats glow. And one second, y'all. I just showered, so my hair is a little wet, and I gotta dry that. Gotta jump out, yo. All right, back. Just for a second. Okay. Oh shit! It's one of my favorite songs. You guys can have it. Yes, you can change your DNA for certain. So the aging thing is, if someone knows they can't, if someone knows they live forever, they'll start to try to game the system. Except for some people that know they live forever, they won't game the system in a negative way. But some people game the system for themselves rather than gaming the system for everyone. What's up, Synchron? Yeah, your DNA is you can manipulate it in a lot of ways, especially if you understand what the singular cell um, before you were here, what you became. Like you can always control that. Most people, and that's why robotics and all that shit they can't access that singular cell. It's called the immortal cell by Hilton Hotima, and you should have looked that up. Reincarnation onto Earth continuously. Yeah, that's kind of that's how to explain that one. Well, there's so many other places to go. It's all Earth based. I mean, there's some water worlds and there's some other densities and shit, but for the majority, people come to an Earth based system. Not Earth like you think here's Earth. We're in. Oh shit! Here, okay. Let me explain it after the song because this is one of my favorites. I just fucking bang out this every time. Let's go. All right, let's get back to this before we get all carried away in the music land. What are the one choosing to reincarnate? Uh, there's a close resemblance to bloodlusting, vampirism, and with so as Dan Winter said, the only goal here in life is to remember how to carry your memories through death. And if we understand that the word memory means water and light, as soon as you understand what water is, a zoo, and how you combine those things, because we'll hold on. So as soon as you understand that water is a containment vessel for what light is, and that that water holds the expression or the knowledge. So why do you think water can hold onto a piece of metal or whatever material? So the material is held within the water, and so that is that memory system. Water is the memory system. Memory, water and light. It holds on. That then turns into. So look at it. If you ashes to ashes and dust be dust, right? If you burn someone's corpse, it's taking their bodily memory system and turning it to ashes. You could take those ashes and put it into water, and what is that? Where was the memory held? Where were the pieces of information? Was it in the dust? Was it in the ashes? Or was it in the water itself? What contained what? And if you were to take that and you would just throw it all over the ocean, the sea, whatever, would it go back into the giant palace of Atlantis in the sea? Hold on, sorry, the dog's fucking with me right now. How do you explain why people would burn a body inside of a crematorium? Why would they have that? Why would that even be a thing? Why would it be a thing that if someone died, you just dig a hole and put it in the hole and just bury it, or just let it sit there? You don't let it sit there because it's gonna stink and blah blah blah. So you either eat it. That's what an animal would do. If it's recent enough, it could be. There's a certain time period because they're looking for the blood plasma. But beyond that, and that's vampiric, right? Because a lot of animals are vampiric, which just goes to the crovids, the coronavirus, the crovids, vultures, crows, and any blackbirds, basically. So what they're doing is they're trying to extract information and knowledge off of the last source of blood plasma. I think I'm giving you too many avenues here, but it's all correct. I can verify it in my own crazy mind. Um, Let me see what you got. I lost track of what I was saying there because I was still listening to music while I was talking, which is hard to do. So yeah, the reincarnation of Earth. Yeah, so the reincarnation of Earth is basically, it's called the clay formation. So you take clay off of the Earth. So the builder of Earth was using clay to construct things. And so they keep constructing a body out of clay and then putting into it a system of memory. So clay by itself is just a physical object. It's physical. And then I take water and put it in there and I start molding it. And as I move my hands around it, and it's do you remember the movie? I'm I'm giving this whole fucking thing away. Do you remember the movie um, Ghost, when they're working with a clay pot, they're putting water into the earthen. It's called an earthen vessel. So they're making the clay with water as the ghost. The ghost is reforming itself into a human vessel because the whole movie was about like dying and trying to get back to the okay, you see it now. Conform this, inform this thing into what is the reincarnation of a vessel. The vessel is the potter's wheel. This is the work of, in the words spoke means wheel. So well, I mean, it doesn't mean wheel, but it's the thing that goes in between the wheel and the. Anyways, so Neville Goddard said, you sit at the potter's wheel. You may break the vessel, but if it's clay, you pick it back up and you reform it, and you reform the reform or inform form the information, right? So information, create it into a better thing. You just here we go, little bit of earth, that's to hold it together, and then water. So we got part of memory, and then light, and then as soon as light hits it, what happens? It freezes it. It holds it. Don't forget about air. Air was doing the whole thing the whole time. it's, it's a very airy state of being. But that's what's condensing it to reform it into what you consider reincarnation. So reincarnation is um, a flower that comes up year after year. You have some that sprout once and then go away, and others that just always, year after year. Anybody who has a greenhouse or is in gardening. But yeah, there you go. There's a couple ideas. Synchrona. Ah, beautiful stranger, there's nothing to win here. This is correct. That's the correct answer to that. AR not. Ah, yes. Good. When I'm done sharing higher info locally to lower auric fields, I'll start to wander. Yeah, the wanderlust, huh? Yeah, to win is win is one, huh? Adrenochrome. Adrenochrome is oh, you're talking about that. Oh, okay. That's the excitement. That's dude. You know I have a tattoo of that movie, right? The greatest movie ever to put adrenochrome out there. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. It's on my leg right here. I could. Can I get it up? Can I get it up? There it is. There you go. Upside down. Okay, so adrenochrome it is a chemical that can be found in the human body. You don't need to find dead babies or someone else to get adrenochrome. You can produce it yourself. The same way you can produce DMT and every other fluid in the body. Like, there's adrenochrome is essentially it's the high on life. It's like, wow, I'm so amazed at everything, right? How do you find it's closely resembled in the way you have a DMT trip. If you do DMT and LSD and mushrooms at the same time, that's pretty much adrenochrome. I'm not saying I know from experience. I'm just saying. Maybe I am adrenochrome. So if you understand that, if you look at the picture here, uh, there's a tree there and there's me there, and this is in what's the name of this? Chrome, like when you turn invert so it looks like a. Anyways, um, yeah, adrenochrome. Just you have to. It's caffeine esque. You have to clean your body and then reinstill it with all of the. Look at the same things again with clear eyes. Look at the same thing again with a clean mirror. Have you ever looked at the mirror in your bathroom and every day you were spraying hairspray and doing all this shit and making a mess and you're like, oh man, 20 days, 30 days later, you're like, oh man, my bathroom's a mess. I don't feel good. I don't look good. And then you spray down the mirror with a little vinegar, and then clean it off and let yourself like, actually, I am pretty. I'm a good-looking person. Yeah, you got to clean out the mirror. Scrub that third eye. What's up, Joey Scott? Oh, you never heard of that movie? Dude. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Don't do not do all that together. It'd be too difficult for you even to make the last part of that work. Yeah, don't do that. I mean, you should try, or don't burn yourself. Hmm. Beautiful stranger. Yeah, the wrong reality. So change of reality. Yeah. What is? I mean, look. Okay. Try to hone in on this experience for just 1 second. Let me see if I can try this. Hone in on this experience for a second. You're in the wrong reality. But you're right now, for this moment, for this tiny little gesture of what I have and what you are right now. Just put it into here. Are you in the wrong reality or are you in the right reality? Are you in actually the centered reality? Do you know what I'm saying? If you were in the wrong reality, would you be listening to me speak? And in the right reality, would you want me to speak? Where are you? That this is not. Is this? I'm not trying to be persuasive. I'm just trying to offer a little bit of insight. So it appears as though you're in the right frequency, modulation, amplitude, all of the shit. It morphs into what's going on here. Is this the right reality or the wrong one? I mean, I get you. I get your feeling because I've always thought that like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? What is my meaning? What am I supposed to do? But then I see that and I go, oh shit, there it is. Oh, it's right across the knuckles. Yeah. Might not mean anything, but I don't know. Somebody drew that on my hands. I don't know why. Here's why. Oh, right there. That's why. That's you can't find anywhere. That's not free. That costs a lot. That costs many lifetimes to get. What's up, Super Chat Rocker? How courageous of you! Yeah, yeah. Hey, Synchron. And Super Champion will tell you how courageous is it for you? To me, must be amazingly. So you have to do a couple sit-ups, push-ups, get out, worked into a sweat. Like, oh my god, what the fuck is this asshole gonna say? I assume if people know how I speak, that's what they'll think. Uh, oh shit, yeah, well, you're welcome. I mean, that's what we do. I don't know. I mean, everybody else is here for the same reason I'm here. They just yeah, Arnott says I've seen you enough. You kind of stand there and go, you kind of fucking cheerlead, or not cheerlead, maybe that's the wrong term, but like you're like, yes, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. I mean, it's fair to, I just don't like, cheerleaders are just a bunch of, go rah rah tumba, but yeah, it's kind of like supporting people for what they do, you know, saying like, yeah, let's go, let's get this shit going, man. I don't know, like, let's go farm it out, bro. Nah, beautiful. Um, okay, well, okay, beautiful stranger. Let me. Just if you may allow me to, changing one's reality. Okay, so whose reality is one? Reality is decided upon who? Um, conflict with what? With your thoughts? They're your thoughts. You decided them. Predetermined. If thoughts, how can they be predetermined? I thought they were just coming and going. And if it's predetermined timelines, believe in time. So there's 5 things there that I don't agree with at all. So I'm going to have you exchange in every single one of those words. We're gonna play Scrabble. Let's throw all those letters in there and pick out new ones because your statement, while it made sense, it's not going to get you anywhere here. Changing one's reality seems to conflict with my thoughts on predetermined timelines. You don't have a predetermined timeline. I'm going to go backwards here. I'm going to go backwards in reverse. And here's what we're going to do. Your timeline is set by your comprehension of the dialectic, which is the thoughts that were prescribed to you by the conflict that was not resolved by your own perception of what reality might be. Try that on. You can listen to that over and over again. It might not be right. It might be me just saying some dumb shit, but it could be. It might be, or maybe from a devil. Maybe from the devil himself. What's up, Junie? And the point is, like, I think you're giving too much credit to things that shouldn't be given credit due, and credit should be the way how you decipher thoughts is what's important. It's thoughts are not yours. Thoughts are things. They're comings and goings of ideas, and then you grasp on whatever your soul spirit is. You grasp onto those things, and then when you do, that's what and you can then you as soon as you it's like a fish. If you grab a fish, you look at it and you go, is this my fish? Is this big enough? Is this enough going to feed my family? Is this going to feed me? And you grab the fish and you look it in the face and you go, I could throw this back at any moment because the fish is going, and you could throw it right back in the water and you could just get the next fish. And that's a thought. A thought is like a fish. And you let it go. You could catch another one. Are you not the fisher king? Are you not the fisher God? Are you not Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior of all the worlds? The fisher king of all realms? So what you can do is always imagine a thought as it's swimming through your head, just swimming through your head, and you grab one, and all of a sudden it gets stuck there. It gets stuck like a magnet right there. Do you want to see the magnet right there? And you could whatever it is in you that really, if you really desire it, that's what you'll start to produce out of your magnet. Your magnet can actually has the north and south pole. One's gonna pull something in and one's gonna push something out. It's like your eyeballs. Your eyeballs. Not only do you pull light in, you express light. Do you ever see people and they're soulless and they just suck things in? They're incubuses, and you have succubuses, and you have incubuses. Do you ever look at people like, why are you glowing? And they're like, why? They just stare at you and stare you in the eyeballs and look at you in the face because you glow. So you have to pay attention to the energy that you're putting out and bringing in. You know, it's a magnetic and electric thing. So if you look at if I were to put I don't know what it's called, but if I were to put a magnet up to the screen, it would just invert the ratio. So my my beautiful blackish brown hair is all white, and my skin that used to be so white is so dark and melanated. So you invert ratios, and your mind will do that. Your mind takes thought patterns. Let's try this. Have you ever wanted to meet someone and they're like, oh, and you go, oh my god, they don't want to meet me, and then like 2 years later, like, oh my god, I had a crush on you, I want to meet you, I want to talk to you, because what you did is you inverted something that shouldn't have been inverted, and so to see the truth as it is, inject yourself with some spirit. I don't know what that is, but I think it's the mind just being able to translate what is lights and colors and beautiful. Like look at it's lights and colors and it's a dance party, motherfuckers. Oh shit. Am I looking this is like the end of the night. It's a dance party. Well, this is what I look like. So anybody that thought I was it's a dance party, bitches. You ever go home with that dude or that chick at the end of the night and you're like, ooh, shit, the lights come on, and you go, oh no, I've made a colossal mistake here. Okay, we're going back to this one because this one's more fun right now. Beautiful strangers, aren't ours since we stem from a collective consciousness? No, we don't stem from a collective consciousness. We stem from a soul, then become spirits, and those spirits are branches of a tree. You're still allowed to have your own perception and experience. So the collective consciousness is dog shit until you get to that point, and you go, oh, I can see why it worked. But like right now, like, yeah, beautiful stranger. Beautiful stranger, if I can ask you, I mean, obviously, I don't really give two shits about what the fuck he thinks about anything. But what is it? What's his problem? Honestly, do you know that cat like in real human form? Like, what's his problem? Why did he? Why'd he shit on me out of no reason? Because I have fucking props. So what up? So I came across his channel and gave him a bunch of props, right? I said, what up? And then he just called me a bullshitting liar because I told somebody they should fast. Or I didn't tell anybody they should fast. I actually said, come to my channel. I explained fasting. I couldn't understand that. So you brought him up again. That's why I'm responding to it. Um, there's a bunch he did that was really good that I agree with him on, but um, does he really have a medical problem? I'm just asking because it seems like you know him a little bit, or is it just off of the cuff? Because if he does have a medical problem, like I'm not gonna fuck with the dude. But if he's just a normal guy with like Jesus problems, oh I'm gonna bend over Jesus and him and fuck him in his ass, because like he doesn't get to just call me out as a liar for no reason, because I haven't lied about anything, and all I've done is given him fucking much due rewards and respect for everything he's done. Shit at me, bro. You're gonna take more than your shit back in your face. Oh, you don't know much about him. Oh, shit. Okay, cool, cool. I thought you might have known him. Cool, because it was like funny to me because like I don't even fuck with that cat. Like it's just like once in a while I click on people's videos. I just watch the video. So, okay, cool. I'm so glad to know that. It was just a fucking weird thing for me to see because I was like, this motherfucker right here. The fact that I've actually talked about him before, and I was like, hey guys, check out his channel. It's really cool because he put up a couple of really really nice videos, and then a bunch of them are kind of off the key, whatever. I put off some off key shit, but that's cool. Okay, I'm glad that to know that I'm glad you find the commentary funny because I don't deal with. Oh shit! Here. You guys want some music? Check this out. Oh, I really hope they don't because he makes a um uh I'm drinking the ass end of ice cubes and Coca-Cola ice cubes and a little bit of vodka. Oh no, and hopefully they don't get rid of him because he's making a lot of really good videos. Half of them I'm a little like out there, like all right, dude, you kind of, but most of what he does is really good, and trust me on that. Trust me, he's on the bleeding edge of shit because other people got shut down because he's saying some amazing shit, but what he does, and here's his fatal flaw, he attaches it to religion. That's the problem. The problem with people is they attach it to either atheism or religion. Just say what the fuck you need to say and say parrots ain't real and fucking whales shit donkeys and say all that, but don't tell me the moment you say that whales shit donkeys, don't tell me that there's some guy in the sky that flew down from fucking outer space that's qualifying whether you're a good bad person. That makes the channel shitty. That's ruining his entire integrity. But yet 50 to 60% of what he's putting out is really really good that nobody else is saying because they're not even crazy enough to say it. But you'd have to be so crazy to believe in some guy in the sky going, hi, I'm fucking the Jesus Christ guy. Oh. I mean, I don't know that he believes that. I just kind of got the sense of it. um oh, anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna go refill. Hey guys, here's what I'm gonna do. Give me a minute and 36 seconds. Is that fair? I'm not good at math, but I think that would be 90 and 36. What is that? I don't know what that equals, but but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn some of my music on. I'm gonna fill this up and I'm gonna take a piss. And we'll see if this can all work out well together. Let's see what we can do here. 136 starting now. Oh shit. Let's go. Let's see if we can do this. Come on. Come on. This is practice. I'm going Alright, let's see. Do it. Do it now, motherfucker. This is gonna be the worst part of the whole thing here. I can get rid of the piss quick, and I can definitely pour myself a drink quick, but I cannot do. Oh fuck! I've ruined it right there. Damn it! Don't worry. I'm still gonna try. Still gonna try. We're gonna do this. If you can see what I'm doing here, it's so silly. Holy shit! Why won't even let me do this? Why did I do that with my voice? That was so dumb. What is that? Okay. I need a wig and makeup, please. I've already embarrassed myself by making my voice very high. Come on, do that. Alright, the next. Oh, I fucking hate this remote control. Sorry guys, I can't entertain you right now because I'm so frustrated with how this remote control is not letting me push the button that I want to. I'm gonna go to the manufacturer. I'm gonna find the people that made that remote control. I'm going to find their parents, and I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna go back in time and have the entire species slaughtered because I can't even put on what I wanted to put on, and because I'm trying to get to 1 minute and 20. What is it? 1:30, 1:36. Is that what I said? I'm already behind on time here. I haven't even pissed yet. And we're almost at 2 minutes, huh? Fuck. Well. Shit! I failed that. I hate failing at contests. Actually, I don't really care. Okay, there's a few ice cubes and ready to go. At least hopefully it'll be on in 2 minutes. And I still haven't even got the fucking music on. Oh shit, and I've already lost the remote. What an asshole. What an asshole. Okay. Okay, asshole Zen is back here. I've already lost that. This remote sucks really bad. I can tell you that. I feel pretty and witty and wise. Is that how the song goes? Anybody help me with this? I feel pretty and witty and... Okay. Alright. I got my channel. Okay, I got my channel on, so I'm going to play you some of my music. Is everybody else okay with that? I'm not going to do it for very long. Don't worry. Don't worry if you don't like it. I'm going to scroll back through here before I put any of this music on. Well, and here I'm going to go back to this synchron. I'm happy that Hans is expressing his ideas because a lot of them are really good, but they're always connected to some religious concepts, which is ugh. Am I going to the Hex Moon Festival this month? Juniperus, where is that? Is that out in Houston? Where is that at? Are you going? Hey, Junie, if you're going, I'm gonna go with you. I'll head there and hang out with you. And me and Juniperus can hang out for the first time ever in real life. We'll do that. Are not, yes. The antithesis to the thesis. That's a long one there. Hey, Arnott, I'm over. I'm not overriding what you're saying. I just agree with it. I just don't know how to respond to it because everybody here knows exactly what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Down with the system. Yes, one of the greatest songs ever. Oh no, I don't know anything about that. It's in August. Oh, what's up, Joey Scott? Um, oh, oh, I thought you were saying I was negative. Like, yes. No, no, no. But even in positive, I'm negative, and in negative, I'm positive. So you gotta ghostly possibly, but it's just something I was doing right now. I was just playing with it, and I'm gonna play some music if you want. If you want, guys, I'll play some music. Do you like that? And we'll talk a little bit. Um, holy shit! Holy shit! Oh my god! Can you dig it? I gotta wait on my TV here. So, I was not overlooking anyone's comments here, especially Arnott's, uh, because I just didn't know what to respond to that. It was a long go about it. So let's see. Can you make this fucking thing work? Oh, here uploads. Got you. Music. Fuck yes. We're here. We're here. We're into the belly of the beast. We're into the den. We're into the den. Yes. Uh-oh. Okay. I can't play this one right now. Damn it. Hmm. All right, come on. It's so funny sometimes. I make so many videos. I'm like, I thought that last one was nope. What? Nope. That's not. It's not that one. It's the next one. I have to go to this thing where I'm like, is that the one time that I made music right there? No, that was the other one. Oh shit! What is this? Mm, okay. Okay. No, that's not working there. Mm, this is horrible right here. I'm sitting here trying to find some of my music, and I swear that I just had put it on yesterday, and it's not. I can't even find any of my music. So guess you guys don't get any of it. Fuck. Well, you guys can talk to me at least. Okay, give me 30 seconds here. I know I asked for a lot of your time a second ago, and I'm not gonna ask like a excuse me, I'd like 30 seconds of your time. No, I'm just ooh, ooh, maybe. Mm, mm. Oh, I found one. I found one, you assholes. And that's only for you people that believe in yourselves as assholes. For everybody else, here's some of my music. I hope you enjoy. And I wish I could pick at random. There would just be a bunch of videos of mine, and I'm fucking with this. And here, listen. If this sucks, I'm turning it off. I don't want that one right now. I'm not gonna. I don't want that one right now. That's not what we're working with. No, no. Palatial spaces? Maybe this one. I don't know. Let's see. If I don't like it, I still have the right reserve my own ridiculousness. You always have to learn to alliterate. Time is all you have to. Oh shit! There you go.
Oh, wait, is it that way? I don't know how it works on here. Well, this one, is that right? Here, how about this one? I need something with a little more funky, upbeat tempo, a little more drummy. Come on, come on, you can do it. You can do it, TV. No, it's not. It's the 5G network. Okay, how do you make the 5G network ready? Work. There you go. Yes, this is mine. Yes. Can you hear this? Can you hear this? Since nobody is even responding to this, I don't even care. I don't even know. Try this one. Here, this is gonna be more. This will be much more betters. Here, peace out. That's too busy. I'm gonna slow it down now. Now that Arnott didn't like my last song. How dare you? How dare you? And you're always welcome to comments, and we'll talk. I can pause that shit anytime. You see, if you ask the right question, or if you want to talk about something, I'm just putting this on because I ain't nobody saying shit. That reminds me of my favorite lyrics. I've been down to the I've been down to the bottom of every last bottle. Yeah, that's I forget who it was, but yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Well, we're still here. That's too busy. Shit is busy. I don't Delphine. Dalsim. Isn't that the guy from Street Fighter? Dalsim. With the Yoga Flame. Is that the guy? Yeah. I love it. My favorite thing is whenever I play music, I notice that there's a bunch of people in the room at the beginning of my show that don't say a damn thing, and then as soon as I play music, there's the same amount of people just fucking leave. It's a really interesting construct where like 4 to 6 people show up and they don't say a fucking word, and then as soon as I play music, they dip. They dip. So when I dip, you dip, how we dip. You know, was it when I dip, you dip, we dip. Anyways, so is it the fact that nobody likes my music? Is that what it is? Or is that they just don't think I must say anything else? Because they ain't got shit to say when they come in the room. They got shit to say, and I play my music, and then they leave, and so I wonder, wonder, who wrote the book on love? I got that key off, but whatever. Try this one. Hope you guys will like this. We'll still talk if you want. You just let me know. Of course they do, Synchron. Here, I'll give you this. Check this out. Tell me if you like it, Synchron. If you don't like it, because I respect the people that respect me. Now you do. Here. Let's go. You can hear this? Tell me if you can hear it. I would love to turn this shit up, but it's kind of Sunday, I think. I don't know. But I do got you but it's not my computer. It's not my other phone. I could tell you, but it's just. Go ahead and restart the last one because the last video. Oh, that was just me talking again, and I don't think anyone wants to hear me talk. Let's see. Oh shit. Okay, this will be the I don't know if this will be the last one, but we'll attempt it. This is I think one of my favorite ones, but it might suck really bad People don't get that I'm also kind of. Is this loud enough?
The way would be a long one and maybe stony too.
Oh shit! I thought there was one more. I thought there was one more. Fucking. I thought there was one more. There.
I thought I'd
Let's see.
do a.
Let's make a mess of this, because I love making a mess of things, because you can always clean it up anytime you want. Let's see. You can always just say you do that to everything. I don't know. I don't know what I have not. It's giving me a fucking whole shit ton of. This might be it right here. Oh, here, let's play the one that I said I wouldn't play, but I'm gonna play it anyways. So here. I'll turn it up for you. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. I can play the air piano too. I don't play any instruments at all. I don't know how any of them work. I just I just put music on. I don't know. No, stop that. Hmm. 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 Yeah. Are you doing that one? I'll play it again if you want. It's pretty fresh. I think this might be fair. Let me see. I, you already know that I can play a different song if I had the capacity to do it, but I'm fucking with the TV right now with this shit. So, let me see what I got for you. Is this no, that's too long. Let's see. Give me 30 seconds to try to find this. That's all I need. I just need 30 seconds to try to tell you. That's some good music. Hmm. This is gonna be me talking. I don't need that. I can never tell. Some people like my music, and some people like me talking. I can't. I can never really find the right way to go about this. I don't care if I already played it earlier today. I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna do it whether you like it or not. I really want to play this other song, but it's just not on. It's not mine. So I can't do that. I'm not gonna. I could beatbox in the instrument. I could boots and cats it, and I could use a couple other. I could say boot. Do you know the boots and cats and knee high? Oh shit. Okay. Last chance. Okay. Well, this is giving me a whole bunch of fuck dumpstery. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh, last one here. Here, I was gonna play some. I'm gonna play. Last night, somebody told me they didn't like the New Orleans music, so fuck them and their life and their shitty short walk. Here's a long walk through music that I love. If you don't like this, then you don't know music. Watch. I like how this looks though. Who does Jay-Z do that shit? Can you just go? I don't know if people do that shit. I can only shoulder roll. But can you motherfuckers two-step? What's up, Siphon? Super Champion, what's up, man? Hey, for the rest of you goofballs that are still here, uh, feel free, because what I'm gonna do is go over to my other channel where I can play any music I want. Um, there's no like monetary coordination. Uh, Feel free to go over to my other channel, which is the what's the name? I'm trying to think of the name. It's a TSAR _ZEN, and it's at Does anybody know the other channel that I'm at? And you can go over there and I'll just play music and it'll be really live music. It's not going to be mine. It'll just be anything I want. Feel free to join me over there on Twitch. Yeah? TWITCH. If you don't have it, it's free download. I'm not selling that shit. Like, go download that shit and put a TSAR underscore ZN. I'm gonna just make some. I might make some music. Maybe a little bit of, but most of it's gonna be me just putting music that I really enjoy. That I have no win or lose in, and go over there and check that shit out. And thank you, as always, for joining me here on this splendid Sunday evening. What time is it? 10:45. 10:45. Yeah. So I could still probably dip out into the real world, but I like it here. It's comfortable, and I like the couch. I like you guys. Twitch and TSAR underscore ZN, and I'll just play some music, and we'll continue to Super Champion. You got here a little late, man. We had a good time, and you're welcome to come over there. And we'll just fuck around and play some music. And I'll just keep saying because I already said it like 40 times. So come join. We'll do that. Tell me you liked it. Did you like that? Did you like that? Did you like that? Yeah, you liked that, didn't you? Okay, guys, and girls, and ladies, and men, and women, and gods and goddesses, and all that shit. Do good things, inspire the world. If you're new here, this is what I do. I give inspiration and positivity as much as I can, and if I gotta fuck with people, I will. And for this point forward, we'll be on Twitch. Download it, it's easy. And then, I mean, maybe you gotta put your fucking email in there or some shit. I don't know. And then you can listen to some music. I got really good fucking music, obviously. I mean, not because of my music is good, it's because I know good music. So come join me. I'll see you guys soon. Bong bong, do good things. Pet an alpaca, your puppy, or yeah, pet your motherfucking puppy. And, you know, I'm gonna pet this motherfucking guy over here. Love on who you have to, and love on people that don't even require it because they need it more than you do. Talk to you guys soon.